I want to talk to guys specifically about women, right? And I know most guys, right, assuming you're straight, you want, let's say if you're single, but you don't know how to really talk to women or girls because you're scared, it's uncomfortable. I think the first mindset is you got to view them as actual human beings, like they're your homies, like your friends. You hear a lot of that, like talk to them like they're your homies, but with gracefulness. What does that mean? So for me, I was a former skinny Asian nerd. I was awkward, but I was also an incel in a way that I was addicted to video games. I watched porn, I watched hentai, so that misconstrued my view of women in an unhealthy way, because then I started to view them as a means of an end, as an object. I was lustful. I started thinking about women, undressing them in my head, having sex with them, and jerking off and shit, right? I know that was like morbid, but like get used to it, because like that's how people in this world think sometimes. And that's what I personally went through, and how you can overcome this mindset. So if you have this mindset, like I know every fucking guy has intrusive thoughts. And don't bullshit me if you don't ever, because like I'm not religious, but I feel like humans are inherently evil if you let it. So we have like a shadow that we have to keep in control. And that shadow is constantly like, it's your intrusive thoughts kicking in, and it's up to you to decide whether you act upon it. And even if before you act upon it, you got to be mindful of what you think about and what you consume, because what you think about and what you consume will ultimately consume you if you consume enough of it. There's a threshold, I believe. It's theoretical. But the thing is, so the first thing is you got to get your mind out the gutter. You got to start viewing women as actual humans. And how do you do that? It's growing up, right? You interact with more girls with no expectation of anything. Oh, she's my crush, or she's pretty cute. I'm going to try to talk to her just so I can get in her pants, or just so I can get a chance to date her, or whatever, just so I can get a chance to hug her. Like, don't be fucking weird, bro. So that's the first thing. It's the mindset going into it. And this is specifically for people who have like a misconstrued view of women. That's why you're so scared and so awkward around them, because you haven't interacted with them enough, right? Anything that we're scared or underprepared or not feeling confident, it's because you haven't done enough of that thing. So if you're scared of talking to girls, that's because you haven't talked to enough girls. You haven't put in, like, you haven't interacted with them. You don't have a healthy mindset towards them. That's why you feel these ways. You're hiding something. You're putting on a facade as a means to an end. You gotta stop thinking that way. And two, stop watching porn. Stop fucking watching porn, bro. That's fucking disgusting, bro. Like, I get it. Like, you're trying to satisfy your lust. Like, you only feel good in the moment. But just know, like, that's not how real life works. You're not gonna just meet some stranger and then bang them because you're building up to this sexual tension. Anyways, stop watching porn. Stop watching hentai. It's a very unhealthy view of life. And it's just like, it just lowers your spiritual energy. You're just lowering yourself every single time. You're just degrading yourself. Your soul. You take a bit of your soul and you taint it every single time. I'll explain this one story, right? So because I was like, avoid red pill at all costs. Don't be a red pill dude, because then you start like putting women as like an enemy, when guys and girls should be conjoined. They should work in harmony. I'll give you this one. I'll share this one story again. I think it was back during pandemic, and again, I was lustful, I was lonely, I was single. I wanted to get with a girl as a means to an end. And so one of my friends, he invited me late at night to go play pool. And I was fifth wheeling. So my homie, my friend, he had a girlfriend, and then there was another guy and a girlfriend, and I was the only one. And I thought I was just gonna be fifth wheeling the whole night, but I guess the girls went out the door and they brought in a third girl, and she was pretty, and she was Vietnamese. I'm Vietnamese, and I thought she was cute. And we continued that night on. We played pool. I kind of talked to her, introduced myself, and I was a little awkward because I didn't expect her to come in. So I thought she was cute, and I think the thing was, I was trying to be a player. I was in the phase of trying to be a player. I was trying to game women, and this is my biggest regret with her, because I left such a bad impression. I burned that bridge pretty quickly. So after getting to know her, I took her on like a coffee date or a cafe date. And this was way back in like 2020, 2021, I think. And we were chopping it up. She was Vietnamese, so I tried speaking Vietnamese with her. And it was going well. We went around the mall. And it's crazy because like the culture with them is like they like to take things slow, but they're very affectionate. So she immediately, like, on the first date or second, she bought me, like, we were going to, like, a store, and then I pointed out that, oh, that hat looks cool. Like, I really like that hat. And then she bought it on the spot, which was crazy. Anyways, the point is, it was going good and well, and my dumbass decided to try to make a move. And so we went to Dave & Buster's. We played the video games. Or we played the games, arcade games, and we started getting a little touchy and flirty. I was trying to flirt with her. She was flirting with me. And then came to the photo booth, and my dumbass had this bright idea to try to go in the photo booth. I guess you guys know where this is going. There's 3 photos that you take, and I decided on the last photo I would try to kiss her and surprise kiss her. Like, just kind of grab her by the chin. Oh my gosh. Like, fuck. Why did I do that? Anyways, first 2 photos, I think she could sense that something was funny, because a girl can sense your lustful energy, bro. A girl can sense your thirsty energy. Like, don't be thirsty. I think she sensed that, and she was like preparing for it. So first 2 photos, I was just kind of like, haha, like we were taking silly photos. And then the last one, I made the bright idea of trying to swoop in and kiss her, and she backed off. And that was like, I'm not even gonna explain more. You guys already know what happened. And then the worst part was, we still continued to hang as a group, but then it was just apparent that me and her were more distant, because I just felt so bad after that. Like, after the kiss, I was like, I fucked up. Like, what the fuck did I do? I'm such a piece of shit. And like, the best thing was just to distance away from her and just like let her go. And I think she recognized that. She got a little sad. I think she got sad, or she thought she did something wrong, but in reality it was me. And that's what happened when I red-pilled my mind, or I was trying to game girls. And that's what happens. You don't want to, you realize, like, the stuff you hear, you got to take it with a grain of salt. YouTube, social media, it's not black and white. These things aren't black and white. All these things you hear about, oh, women need to be conquered, or whatever you hear, like, it's very nuanced. Like, you can't just apply that to everything, every situation with man and woman. There's certain social things, like, oh, a man has to open, like, chivalry, right? Man has to open the door for a woman. Like, there's certain things that we could agree upon, but then there's other things that are more nuanced. It's not just black and white. So, yeah, man, I'm not even gonna explain anymore. It was just, I thought like the stars aligned. I thought it was destiny. Apparently it just wasn't meant to be, because I fucked up, my dumbass. But anyways, that's not the point. Long story short, like, I've learned well from that, and I have a girlfriend now that, I've built up to. My character, I've went through all these things, and I worked on myself to meet my current girlfriend. And, I treat her, I try to be a gentleman, and all the mistakes has led up to this point. And so that I can treat my girlfriend as she should, as she deserves to be treated, and which is like a queen. But yeah, man, looking back, like, that was such a horrible mistake. Like, I felt so shitty, and I just remember, like, I vowed that from that day on, like, I'm not doing that shit. It's like, so anyways, I hope you guys get the point. You guys get the lesson. I'm rambling on now. This is like 10 minutes now. But for those of you who want to get girls, I'll make this fairly quickly. 1, non-negotiable, get jacked. Because people are going to like you for you, but it's the eye. Like, if they got to be physically attracted to you first. That's the truth. You can argue with me all you want, but the results will show, right? Get physically attractive, which means go ahead and hit the gym. Get a sense of fashion. Stop eating like shit. Go to sleep a little earlier, or just stop staying up late and playing League of Legends and jerking off, right? You have negative energy. You're carrying negative energy. Once you can shift that mindset, that's when, like, for me, I started shifting my negative mindset to a more optimistic and positive mindset, like being more grateful. And that's when things started changing for me. 2, change the way that you talk to them. Talk to people. Just talk to more people. Be more sociable. Be more friendly. Learn how to flirt by just trying new things. Or just being yourself. Just be yourself, 100%. Talk to the girl like a homie. And then, obviously, be a little bit more expressive with that. But I'm going to cut it short. I'm just kind of rambling right now. But I hope you guys did enjoy that. Some of you guys, hopefully, you took some value from that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be going to sleep now, preparing for my birthday tomorrow. Peace out.